So let's talk about zombies today. I know that's a favorite topic of yours.
Why topic?
So specifically, I want to cover The Walking Dead.
Okay.
which
Oh,
We're both fans of,
yes,
right?
yes.
But as a scientist, I'm very, very annoyed by
Yes, you are.
a lot of the
Yes, you are.
lack of science. So
Yes, you
movies
Mhm.
have to be logically coherent within themselves, right? So if
One
you take
would
a movie
expect.
like Lord of the Rings,
Yes.
it's fine. You've got a wizard, they can do magic, there's drag. It's all good. That's all logically coherent.
Yeah.
But Walking Dead is in our world, in our reality, plus
Just
the zombies.
it's real.
But
For him.
because we have zombies
Yeah.
in sort of our scientific world, the world is otherwise like our world, it has to be internally consistent.
Right.
So
Asking too much.
so I can, the concept of zombies is fine,
Right.
So we have zombies and they're, the undead,
Yeah.
they're coming back to life.
Yeah.
That part is all fine. What's the deal with the head, right? Why, if you bash in their head, spike their head, shoot them in the head, they die.
Right.
What's with the head?
Well,
How does that make sense to you?
I can only tell you from what the writers were depicting, I guess, is the word. What they were trying to present.
What do you think they were depicting?
Well, they're trying to present the fact that, it's the brain that came back to alive and controlling the body. That's it. As
Okay,
long
fine.
as
I'll
you
give you that.
smash
I'll
the
give you that.
brain
So-
or cut the
so
brain.
You got the brain. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how does the brain communicate with the body?
Through neurons.
Through the nervous
systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the brain need blood flow?
Last I heard, yes, because that's how we pronounce somebody as deceased.
Brain dead.
Brain
right?
dead.
So
Without the blood,
that's-
that even the oxygen too. See, this doesn't. Obviously, you're the expert in this, so I'm going to ask you this question. Turn this on you. Sorry. So, oxygen deprivation to the brain. There's a limitation to that. After that, the brain's not coming back. Right. That's what we have, like with the stroke and all of that. But they're saying, obviously, I'm not going to win this argument. There's no chance for me to win this one. But, yeah, I'm just telling you, the writers are saying that the heart does not need to pump, lungs does not need to work, but the brain will live on. Whatever parasite, they haven't even told us. I don't know.
And that's
is it
okay.
a parasite?
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We don't know.
But
what
they're saying none of that matters. But the brain will somehow fire off the neuron through the nervous systems.
Okay, fine. The brain fires through the nervous system. Fine. We'll give it that, right?
Yeah.
So
With the
that's
blood
not
flow.
how brain death actually works. So brain death, there's still circulation to the brain.
Okay.
But okay, let's
not-
let's even ignore that.
Okay.
There's no heart. There's no pumping heart, right?
I love zombies. I'm just not gonna win this one.
So
I'm gonna try.
I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Is there a beating heart?
No.
Okay, so there's
Not-
no beating heart. So if there's no beating heart, then why is there blood and like stuff spraying when you shoot them?
So I'm gonna assume the brain
Wait,
isn't.
Is
It
there
do-
actually stuff shooting, or am I
It
imagining
does-
that? Is it just splatter?
I don't know if it's a bullet impact that's gushing it. It's like a balloon with the water in it. You pop it, it's gonna gush. I don't know if
Okay.
that's the effect because dead bodies do tend to
Sure,
like
decay and
blow up and
putrefy.
right. So maybe
Okay.
there's gases build up in the
maybe
body.
that's the stuff. So
We'll give them that.
I don't
Let's give
remember
them-
actually seeing any blood. All right, fine.
It's black. It's like the
It's
stuff.
the black stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Why? I don't know that either.
Some
But we're
kind
gonna
of
say
putrefied
yeah,
stuff.
zombies.
Okay, we'll give them that.
give them that.
right?
Okay, we'll give them that too.
But okay, so you've got this zombie that's cut off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
we got
like
a lot of
the
them.
torso's cut
Yep.
off, so it's just like the head and the
The
upper arms. and
Yeah.
it's just like crawling around.
Yeah.
Like, what's supplying the brain? Like, what's the energy source for the brain?
Yeah, now
it's got to have some kind of energy source,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
And there's
if
no
you-
blood flow anymore because half the body's gone, so blood can't circulate.
at that
So
point,
what's the energy source?
what is it even trying to bite? Where is it going, and how is
what's
the energy
okay?
coming
That
back?
brings me to another point.
Oh boy.
What's with the biting, right? What's
Yeah,
like they have
yeah.
saliva still, flowing saliva? Like I don't get why
Why
biting.
they-
Like,
yeah,
why
because
not
but
anything else?
ripping, but they're also like. I mean, if we break down that show even further, I mean, they stab through the skull like a mushy watermelon, and I don't think you can stab someone through the skull in that ease.
Well, if it's putrefied,
You can at that
Maybe,
point, right? Yeah,
right?
but it has
So-
to be certain for some time, no? Like a
Probably.
brand new zombie, like a brand new,
True.
if you just turned
True.
zombie. I
true.
don't know if we can,
Yeah,
right?
it seems a little too easy.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So that's another problem.
yeah.
But energy source is a big like how do
it
they,
is- it is the
because
blood.
some of
There's
these like zombies have been around for like
Oh yeah, some of
months
them-
and months.
No,
with
years.
No
It's,
food
there's
and
some
nothing
walking
else.
around years, right? So I don't know. That's where. So yeah, leaving Walking Dead. There's another zombie show that I watch, Z Nation. Boy, I'm down with that
I
show.
haven't seen that
Oh,
one.
It's the funniest. I think they started that as a parody to a zombie show
Mm.
because that show evolved into a lot of very interesting topics. Okay, but yeah, the energy source. With that, let's not go there. Stick to this show. I think it's fair. Yeah, the energy source it turns into a problem.
It's a
Yeah,
problem
I
because
don't know.
you
I
see
don't-
the zombies
Yeah.
actually eating things. Like
Yeah.
they eat deer and
Yeah.
they eat,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
assume that they're not trying to turn the deer into zombies because
Uh,
we didn't see any animal
no,
zombies,
none,
right?
None.
So
Yeah,
why are they
so far.
eating? And what about the zombies with the torso cut off and the stomach like
Just
severed?
dragging for-
Do
yeah.
they eat?
They do. They all bite. If you do get
So-
caught, according to the show, they
No,
will
but
bite.
do they eat? Not bite, but do they eat?
Eat.
Like, if they see a deer, would they try to eat it?
They would. So let me ask you this. This would be something you need to answer. So in the process, so saliva production is very important for the breakdown, right? So let's say they got saliva.
Mm-hmm.
But how much digestion can we do just from here, going down to the stomach line? I know, and then it goes through the intestines to do a lot of the extraction, right? So this guy is cut off, and let's say his intestines are not cut off too. Then he can't really extract anything from even drinking
Well,
that blood.
you
he?
can basically break down simple sugars so that there's enzymes in saliva to break down just very, very simple sugars.
So that's like how much energy can we get?
Not
Minimum.
well, it
very
depends
minimum.
on what you
Right,
eat,
eat.
right? So if you're eating a lot of simple sugars,
Yeah.
then fine. But something like protein, like a deer, you wouldn't be able to break
anything
that
from
down
it.
just based on saliva.
From
But
there to
the
here,
problem
right?
is like when someone is cut off
Here,
here,
that's what
their stomach itself is severed.
gone too.
Right, so if they eat something, it's just gonna fall out of their body, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And the thing
But
is,
you remember, sorry. So when we're talking about severed
Mhm.
here, you
like
remember
let's
the
say they're
Alien?
severed here.
Yeah, the
Their
Alien
stomach is-
movie. One of the I think it was the second one on the ship where the doctor
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
cut in
yeah,
half.
yeah.
He still can he actually live that long to aid our girl?
Well, they're aliens.
But the guy was
So
a human though. He got severed. Remember, towards the end of it, he was
been a
lying
while
down on
since
the
I've
run.
seen that.
Yeah,
So he's
he's
lying-
severed. He's severed here.
Oh no, they'd be dead instantly. Like
So if you're severed here,
no,
you're done.
because there's a large artery called the aorta.
Okay, yeah. I know
And
that,
you're
but
just gonna lose blood tremendously if you were severed like that. You'd die within
No,
seconds.
so that's gone, right? So these
that's
movies
not
have-
possible.
Oh, these
So-
movies have not taught me nothing.
So, so the problem is that I think that it's lazy writing.
Oh, definitely.
Because I think that you can come up with very, very simple solutions
I tell you.
that are, like
Creative.
a stretch scientifically, but they're creative, and I haven't really thought of any, and I probably should have before. doing
You
this-
just
this
throw stuff at us
conversation.
and we just start talking. Z Nation did. So
Really?
I'll give you, they did a
I'm
lot of
gonna-
creative
I'm gonna
stuff.
check it out.
One of the ones they did,
Yeah.
zombies are eating zombies because they're running out of food source and they have varieties of zombies. Some that happened from nuclear explosion because the world is dying, everything's out of control. So far, I'm just gonna binge watch it. So I'm saving this season because it's fun to watch because they come up with the creative way. You need to. It's funny, enjoyable. It's something that you can laugh at,
Yeah, yeah,
laugh
yeah.
with, and
Yeah.
enjoy it.
See, if it's a comedy, I could accept it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a comedy. But when you're trying to be serious, you have to make a little bit of, explanations
To
for
the science.
the science or the background or how,
The-
how everything works.
So
We have to understand at least, maybe not in the first season, but by the 10th season, we've got to understand, well, what's the energy source and why are they eating and why are they biting and, even if you don't explain how they're zombies
Yeah.
and, there are a certain amount of, there's a little bit of artistic license that you can afford, but
yeah,
it's,
so there's so same thing. My wife, you guys know each other. You guys are very similar, asking similar crazy questions, not letting me enjoy my zombies. But she like the one thing I can give you, like to afford me to actually like watch this. She was like, well, Walking Dead isn't fully about zombies. It's about human drama.
Yeah,
And
no, I
everybody in
agree.
that show has amnesia.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
episode to episode, they'll forget how this next person saved them,
Right.
and they'll turn on them.
That's right.
So she's like, "I'll just give you that." So that's what I love.
I love Walking Dead,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah,
But it still annoys me as a scientist
because they don't.
that they haven't taken, literally if you give me about a half an hour, I can give you
Thousand.
some type of story where you can explain the zombies, you can explain, things being cut
Something
off.
being cut off. Or
With
just
some kind of plausibility.
yeah, or just like cutting off here, kill those people. Like literally, not everybody have to turn into a zombie.
True. So maybe
Right?
not everyone has to
Turn into a zombie.
be,
Yeah.
have their head bashed in. Maybe just
Cut
if
them
half
halfway.
their body is severed, they,
It's good
they
enough.
die.
Something like that they can throw in.
right.
They definitely can. They're running out of ideas. They're actually adopting an idea from Z Nation.
Really?
I'm gonna let you watch this
Huh.
season, and then I will let you watch Z Nation, and they're adopting an idea from Z Nation.
So,
I think because honestly, I told you I did not watch. I watched a couple of episodes, and I'm like, you know what? It's a drag. I'm like, I'm just gonna binge watch it because that way I don't have to pull my hair.
how many seasons do they have?
What are we on? Like 8th or something, 9th or
Mm.
something, right? They even I don't want to spoil.
For Z Nation.
Oh, that Nation is only 4 seasons, I think,
Okay.
4 or 5.
I think Walking Dead's on starting the 10th season.
Is
now.
that the 10th?
Yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
awards. Yeah, because every season is the same thing. I mean, I have a lot of criticism.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can talk. I can.
I
can
really
say
like
that.
the first 2 or 3
Three.
seasons.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then after that,
Yeah, yeah.
everything has
Yeah,
been...
nothing new
Uh,
developed. It's
we-
always the same thing.
We can't end this episode until we make,
We
at
do
the
it.
very least, an opening move.
Yes.
So
So we
let's,
started over here. Can we make
I
some
think
rapid
this
moves?
guy's actually,
Oh, yeah. No, I got it.
You're good. You're
Um,
on your side.
So let's try to cut through some quick time. So yeah, that is a problem. But they can actually make zombies plausible, like in a way, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
right?
mean,
It's not completely.
It's got to be internally coherent. You can give them a little bit of artistic license. But
Yeah.
It's got to be
Yeah, at least,
internally
right?
consistent.
So that's why I think zombies are possible with all
And
that.
how do they
food and-
smell?
I don't.
That's another thing.
Yeah,
right?
the
How do they
brain-
smell. They
So
don't
I'm
have
assuming-
brains. They,
Maybe that brain, that's what it does. Like the brain that everything cut off, it's just in for smell and food. But I mean, you can cut off the hearing, but it hears too, right?
It hears.
It
It's got
hears
good
too, and
hearing,
it
it's got
smells
good
smell. Yeah, and it sees.
Obviously, it doesn't care much about taste.
It doesn't care about taste, so that's gone. So it
Yeah, it's.
But yeah, but yeah, this show's asking for a lot of give. It does, and the drag, my goodness, I'm a big fan of it, just like you, but I just can't take the drag. Like last season, have you seen the last season? I think it was the worst season ever, and this one is chasing that one.
Okay, well,
To
we're
be-
going to finish up this game,
Yeah.
and we will finish up this zombies discussion sometime in the near future.
Future with a little bit more, like now that I know that he wants to talk about it in front of you guys, so I'm gonna actually think about this before I come.